What up, though? Live on 7 Mile. About to get tapered up by my uncle, world famous Barber. He cut everybody heavy in the city, niggas that come into town, you know what I'm saying? That's where I get my waviness from, so y'all about to see my waviness come together and shit. Chop it up with kick it with him about, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it real and whatnot. I ain't looking at the streets these days, you know what I'm saying? Shout out all my real niggas to get money. Everybody to keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do. Yeah. I was with the nigga one day and he was doing shit and I'm like, damn, cuz. You know, I'm like, damn, cuz, you know what I'm saying? The way you doing this all wrong. He's like, woo, woo. I say, yeah, you got your mind made up. When you hit that wall, you will learn.
Mentality like that, man, comes from not knowing. See, he ain't never been nowhere. He ain't been to the joint. You know, sleep 10 cats in one room, smelling ass and feet, you know, and can't do nothing about it because you get to shower once a week.
Is the nigga 30?
Nah.
26, 28?
He about 28. You know, he about 27, 28. See, but like I say, he young, you know what I'm saying? Everybody around him been going down. He still got that I'm invincible mentality.
Yeah, that'd be so silly.
You know, and I know that that's real short-lived. Man. You know? But you know, some cats you can't tell nothing. They gotta hit that wall. Yeah, when he hit that wall and crash, he gonna burn. You already know.
And if he got any sense, when he on his knuckles, he gonna like, this didn't even have to happen.
Well, first of all, he think he creating the game.
The
game has been played for years and years and years before he was even a figment in his parents' imagination. You know what I'm saying? The game ain't even, you know, nothing that he know nothing about. You know?
He got some easy shit going on. Them niggas got that easy shit going on. They don't see the game for the strategy and the war it is. The way you gotta approach the shit. They don't even see it like that.
You right.
Because it's just coming easy.
You right. It's coming easy. Well, you know, money comes easy.
No, it ain't about that. But see, the hustle itself, man, some cats gotta really try.
Yeah.
You gotta do a lot of shit to get from A to B to C, you know what I'm saying? Like, when niggas ain't handing you nothing, when you don't got this easy set Clio that's just there, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas gotta look for Clio. Battle other niggas out, beat other niggas out. He got a lot of easy shit that's probably coming to him. And then the consequences, like when you ain't never had nobody try to rob you, when you ain't had the police do you dirty to make you adjust, then the game seemed easy.
Right.
You don't feel like you gotta approach it like, you know what I'm saying, you covering with your ass. Yeah.
Right. That's why he's
man,
so wrecked.
I done seen the nigga just have all type of rocked up some pills, motherfucking
syrup,
weed, that syrup shit,
you know,
and smoking. Look, and smoke the weed in the car and drink the lean shit while you doing this.
And driving
around. One day I was like, cuz you off your rocker. I was like, nigga, if they just smell this shit, they searching the car. And now the search got you done. I'm like, you not thinking about that?
Are you know, are you just like retarded?
I couldn't understand, but
I can't understand it either, man. Ain't no caution flags. It's like,
and to be grown, not like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. At about 20, that shit got to cut itself.
Man, this should have cut it out when you turn 18 and you know you can go straight to the joint. You know, it's cool for a kid because you're going to get slapped on the wrist. Yeah. But adulthood, they are not playing no games.
Yeah, well, you know up to 21, right, so you can get your first one expunged. So that's why I say, like, at 20, you got to gear that up. Because right then, they not going to have no, you young, we going to give you probation, or we going to give you boot camp and shit. After that, the judge slapping you.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga don't give a fuck about you. You ain't nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? When you a snot-nosed punk, they might give you that much. They might say, okay, you fresh out the crib, you know, you don't really know. Woo, woo, woo. And some niggas hit them with the sob story and shit. I done seen it. Yeah, but let me shit, you know, family. You be 25, man. They
no
like
dad in my life. Yeah. All that see, all that stuff been played out.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't give a fuck about this.
You get old right along with you. You know, because you know, judges done heard every story, man. Ain't no story they ain't heard. You know?
And I think they you know how your lawyer tell you go down there dress a certain way and all this and that.
Yeah.
I believe they size you up off your look, off your lawyer, off the case and where it happened, how it happened. Like they know.
Yeah.
They hear a nigga in the spot and he was selling in the spot. They know, okay, cause you don't got a lot of control over your life.
Right.
All right, you just trying to get it together. It's the nigga
or else
catch.
they know if you just was smoking.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They know either you was just like smoking or selling, one of the two. You know what I'm saying? They just looking you up and down. If you can afford him, we know you was out here getting money. But see, the real problem, man, is a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no respect for authority. They don't have no respect for the law. You know, you think about all these cases that happen. You know, 2 young kids raping an 80-year-old woman. Now, what mentality can they have to do something like that, man? You know what I'm saying? When you brought up in a real family environment, you don't think nothing about messing with nobody's grandmama. I don't care if she is in the way. If she tell you to stop, you gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, these kids, man, they from a different breed, man. I can't understand them. I don't know where they came from.
That's the truth, though. That respect shit you said in the house, because for one, niggas, mamas ain't mamas. They just big sisters and shit, and ladies that you looking at. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times they too close to the same age.
Yeah. A lot
they
of
hanging
niggas
out
realize,
together. They getting high together.
Oh man,
you know, all this.
I know a chick, man. She got like 2 daughters. They was like 16, 17. She's about 34, right? 33. She had them in the club with her, man. They be getting blowed and shit and everything.
Dressed
I'm
alike.
like, damn, you just know? What the fuck you leading these little hoes down to? Now the bitch like 36, grandma like 3-4 times over. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what
you ain't thought about, like, look what you put on the floor for them bitches. You know what I'm saying?
That was
them little girls done got led right into a bad dude, but they think it's okay. So then the kids they have, imagine what them little niggas gonna be on. Some fucked up shit. They ain't gonna have no type of direction, no type of standard. So when you said that respect thing and family thing, that is the truth, man. Niggas don't have time. Nigga, I done had every credit card, nigga. I don't know what you talking about. And a nigga in the streets put me up on how to do the shit better than my mama.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? A nigga taught me all type of tricks. I was like, damn, cuz he was like, nigga, my kids ain't never gonna get broke. We ain't gonna never not have this.
And they ain't even gotta have cash.
Man, nigga went to the 10, came out, and went right back to being A1. He knew how to make his bras have that 750. He had a bitch 22 with a 750, and he was like, the Benz people couldn't believe it. It was like, don't know young girls ever come in here with a score this high. Boom. All because he knew how to do the 1-2. But somebody put him down with it. You know what I'm saying? All it is the information. Knowing what
and I'm like I was trying to explain to him. If you qualify, you qualify. They don't care if you black or white. You know what I'm saying?
They want in on what you doing.
I went to get my truck. I went to the lot and I asked him, what can I get? He went, punched his little computer up.
Yeah,
came back. You know what he told me?
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, you know, all that old nonsense about we being held down and we being
now this where it worked like this. When I was like I don't know, about 19, I had tried to get my pops to co-sign me an apartment, right? Like 19, 20. So we go over to these fly little apartments. Like I had the money, I just had a credit history, right? And I had no job to show it. So I'm like, okay, Skip co-signing for me. And then we asked the lady, could I just pay the whole motherfucking year up, right?
Right.
Lady gonna tell him no on some racist shit, right? And she was like, what's your job? He was like, I'm retired. She's like, oh, you couldn't qualify. He like, listen, shorty, I can qualify for any motherfucking thing. You ain't even ran my shit yet to see what I qualified for. That's some racist shit when they deny you right there based on something like that.
Yeah, I would assume that.
Yeah, I told my old man we should. He said he didn't want to go through the nonsense. Fuck a petty motherfucker. But I was like, man, we can own this
That's
bitch.
Money right there.
I was like, this bitch just denied you before we even tried.
That's a problem with, you know, older people not pursuing stuff like that.
Yeah, I be telling him that, man.
You know what, I'm going to tell you this story, man. When I was a young kid, man, I went to the store and bought a Coca-Cola. Now, there was a Coca-Cola bottling company right in our town, right? And that's where they was getting all their Cokes from. Yeah. Now, when I got home and I looked in the Coca-Cola bottle, there was a rat in it. Damn. Now, Coke had really blew up. I told my mom, I was like, listen, Mom, we need to write the Coca-Cola company and tell them that we going to go nationwide with this rat and this Coke if they don't give us X amount of dollars. And we can have us some money, you know what I'm saying? Because we was very, kind of not very well off, you know what I'm saying? We struggled. There was 9 kids. And now, I know for a fact we wouldn't have had to worry about no more money problems. You know what I'm saying? You know what she told me to do? Take that back to the store and get you another pop.
Yeah.
Now, this is the honest truth. I took that bottle back to the store. That store closed up a week later. And I know it was because that man took that bottle and did what I told my mama to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, man, this mentality.
And that's where the white man beat us down to beating ourselves.
Right, the mentality that they know when they can get money.
Yeah, everybody else would have got down like that. Like, oh no, we ain't passing.
We don't own nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't own nothing. We don't own the party stores. That's where a lot of money's made. We don't own the liquor stores. We don't own the gas station. Everywhere, the majority of the money in the community is coming from, either the Arabs own it or the Jews own it. And that's where all the money's coming from. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what else is a heavy one too that a nigga gotta figure out how to get the money on?
What's that?
The fucking hair industry, man.
You know where the hair is coming from?
The Indians.
Yeah, that's
the Indians making the hair and the Asians selling it. Ain't that a bitch?
And killing it.
All the money, right?
Indians and Asians coming up with the hair, though.
Yeah.
Because you know they all grow it out. And that's exactly what we want. That old yucky hair.
But it's so wild.
All that like, synthetic stuff.
That a business built on us, right? We don't play no major part in it.
Who, I'm telling you, who is buying the hair?
Black girls.
That's right. So, you know, we are the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without us, they would go nowhere. But you think we over any of that? No. No, we not.
And they racist on that because from what I understand, the Asians won't sell nothing in bulk to us and the Indians not, right? So they make that money off of us with a fuck you attached to it and we don't even give no resistance.
And we giving them retail prices.
Yeah, we don't give them no resistance.
We're not getting no wholesale, nothing. You know?
Man, I told you one time. You know, in sports, when I used to not let a black man be the quarterback, that was some legitimate shit. Like, I'm watching how they doing Cam Newton and shit, and it's like, damn, okay, you just watched the nigga dominate more than any quarterback you can remember in 20 years. Right? More than Vic. More than Vic did. But for some reason, he's supposed to be a 3rd round pick.
I don't know how they gonna get that.
But I'm saying that's what they've been saying though, and it's like they do this propaganda thing to you, and that's the shitting on you, right there. That's like some racist shit in itself. Like, let me get this straight. Like, if a white boy threw 30 touchdowns and his team went undefeated and shit, like a Lionheart and all them niggas Stafford and shit,
they going in the first round, no question.
Top 10, easy, right?
I don't believe the hype. I believe
black
he's
quarterback that dominates. I'm talking about nigga 6'6", 260 at quarterback and run like a 4.5. Nigga ran 28 touchdowns. 28 touchdowns and threw 20 touchdowns.
He can't have his team. He can be a backup all day, but you can't be at the forefront. You know what I'm saying? That's out. No matter where he go, he don't have to just be chill. You don't even know who in the room. Come right up in a packed barber shop talking about work and all on the phone. Yeah, meet me right here. I got what you need. You know.
I know one nigga here could be there, foreman, the Fed.
And all around, man. And all around. Shit. You know, people don't understand, you know, that you're not by yourself. Somebody don't never want to see you get up. They always want to see you fail. You know? And if you reckless, all they doing is smirking and laughing. They already know it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, they calm down.
You know? Live right now. For these few little years, you think it's a lot. But if you ain't stacking your money to give to a lawyer, you're going to be hit when it come time All you had to do is be quiet.
Yeah, like, and look, the cousin had nothing to do with it. The cousin calls and tells the hood, I think my cousin had something to do with the murder, right? They go to him. He say, oh no, it was my man. He say, I just met up with him after he did it. Right? Now,
if the first one hadn't told on the first one,
then nothing would have happened.
They would have never known.
And the nigga who called in had no parts of the crime. What the fuck you calling in for, dog?
Yeah, I mean,
and
you
calling him your cousin. Why? How? You know what I'm saying? That be letting me know to look at shit a certain way right there. Like, okay, I done seen niggas. Like, one time they surrounded a nigga mama house, and that was bogus. Now, you know, his mama, like, they didn't surround the house. You gotta come, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? That was a touchy one. Like, well, moms ain't really telling on you, but you got her jammed up.
Yeah, you got her in a
you know what I'm saying?
Position.
One time a nigga, baby mama told. They didn't really have nothing, right? Somebody puts down a nickname on the nigga and now they all connect the dots. So they had her, right? Mm-hmm. And they ain't got no gun, they don't got no just somebody seeing you, just this is the word, right?
Yeah.
So they at her door like, you know, is he here? She say, nah. He say, we're gonna go get a warrant and come back, blah, 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 right? She say, he's in the back.
And it's over. She done told.
Man, just that fast. I was like, damn, bitch, y'all got kids. You ain't ride this one out? He in the back. We might just go back there, shit. Showing up, pistol in the back, every goddamn thing, all in one spot. I said, man, this how you be losing. But a lot of that shit don't be necessary.
You're right, because I bet you 90% of the cases would be nothing if nobody told.
Man, all day.
But I mean, you know, I'm not condoning crime.
Tell them to do their job. It's their job.
I'm not condoning crime, but you know, it's just too much snitching going on.
That's it.
And you know, half the people that get murdered is because they told on somebody.
And I bet you that's minus the robbery murders, man. Usually you did something wrong, whether it's slight or heavy. Usually, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know you and a nigga got a problem, so if it go that way, dog, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Why all this and that? A lot of times the niggas who start the problem, right? The shit fall on their lap, and now them and they people pointing the finger, and y'all started the problem.
Right.
You initiated what's going on.
It. Now, it's a big it's a big old thing behind it.
It's a damn shame.
You right. It is. But it goes on and on, you know?
Oh, it ain't never gonna stop.
It's just a cycle, man. Just a cycle.